Hey guys, I'm Phoenix and welcome to Revoco. What we have here is a room, but what we have through here, if you watched my silent video that I uploaded about a week ago or something, you will have seen this. Now what this is an improvement on the old code, whereby I can click it, and then if I move away, it pauses the repair. So that repair is still you've repaired it a bit by that point, so you can repair it until it goes to say 10, and then you can walk away and you can repair something else, and then you can come back to it and you can repair it again. Moving away from it pauses the repair. So the two bugs that I fixed with this new code was that if you kept clicking on it, it would speed up the repair. That doesn't happen anymore. The other thing that I fixed was that when you move away, it pauses the repair. So what that means is that you have to be a little bit more, you can be a little bit more dynamic with how you fix objects. So that's that really. There's not really much more I can say on that. I may at some point add sort of different repairing tools and remote tools so that you can attach something to a certain object, and then that will fix that, and you can go away and you can fix something else. So that's that. I've moved that code over to everything now. It's just a case of running through various tests and making sure that it still works, though the door switches are on the old system still. Now you'll see up through the gap that I've got a new skybox, but along with that I also have new models. So this is the new corridor. What I wanted here was to build a corridor that was much more modular than the old one. So this floor I can haul up to get into the crawl space underneath, and I can have pipes and things running under there, so that, you know, and repairables and things like that. The other thing is, obviously I've got windows so you can look out, and I've got a light shining in from that star there. This isn't actually my skybox, it's just one I pulled off the internet just so that I could kind of, it's a bit of a placeholder for now. I do want to put my own one in there. Now the other thing that you'll notice is that I now have asteroids. And yes, that model is quite high poly. I didn't realise quite how high poly it was until I went back to Blender a few days later to find out why Unity was having a little bit of trouble getting it into the editor, and turns out it was over 24,000 polys. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep that yet, but it does look pretty good. I may do something similar that's slightly less polys, that's still sort of that quite crystally type thing. So yeah, we got asteroids now. We've got much lower poly ones over here as well. And we've also got the new sign, which has a changing screen. I can change the material on a click. I can only change it to the pink from the noise, but I want to tie this into the surge system so it's a lot more dynamic. So at the moment the surge system has a big red warning text that comes on the screen, and it tells you exactly when a surge is coming. And you know that when a surge comes, you've got 5 seconds before you've got to check all of your objects that you haven't repaired but aren't fixed, to check their colours. That's how it is at the moment. And what I want to do is remove that text, and I want to have it a lot more dynamic. So instead of big red warning text come up to say that a surge is coming, and you've got 5 seconds to prepare yourself, Instead, things like the lights might start flickering, and you might get a little bit of some sparks, and the signs as well will sort of distort. Not quite sure when that's going in, but I would quite like to get a build ready for you soon. But before I do, I mean, the code is ready for me to do a release, but I think what I want to do now is actually expand the ship to give you a lot more room to run around in, and give you a much better idea of how I want things to be. And then, of course, once I've built much more of the ship, then I can build in additional features, the damage system. So, for example, if you've got, say, fire coming out of here, walking into that fire cone would hurt, would, you know, give you some kind of damage over time type thing, you know, oh god, I'm on fire type of thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say. Did I go over? Oh, yeah, another thing that I want to do is, it's again linked into the surge thing, so instead of having an object that is going to be damaged on a surge, instead I change it so that it might be damaged on a surge. The reason for this is that, along with the whole making the surge a lot more subtle, I suppose, it's more of you're going to be running around the ship a lot more, basically what that is. I've been inspired by the whole idea of you're on a spaceship and it's all going horribly wrong, and all you're doing is running up and down corridors trying to fix things before they all kill you. So, you know, that's what I want to have. I want to have airlocks, I want to have gravity failing in corridors, and you having to either try and push through all these boxes and things that are getting in your way, or fix the gravity so that it's a lot more sort of controlled environment. So it's time management, really. Something that I'm not very good at in real life. I'm actually trying to put into a game, which is probably a little bit ironic, but hey. Not much more else I can say. If anyone's got any questions about how I do anything at all, I don't mind answering questions. I'm not one of these who's, you know, got a specific secret about how I did something. By all means ask, because at the end of the day, I'm all for getting as many people making games into the games industry, because that's how we change the games industry. It's not going to change without people coming up with ideas and getting them out into the wild. So yeah, if you do have any questions about how I did anything, I will say this though, I only work in JavaScript, so if you've got a question about C#, I can't answer it because I've got no idea about C#, but I can certainly answer about JavaScript stuff. So yeah, that's me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.